Please. Mayor Susan Padilla, Vice Mayor Reddy Biliran, mga kandidata sa Miss Pagasumbol, friends, ladies and gentlemen, maayong buntag kanatong tanan. It is my great honor and pleasure to be with all of you again for the 155th anniversary of Naval Pueblo Day. Except for last year when I could not come here because of a conflict in schedule to speak at a conference that launched a new regional history group in Tacloban, I always came here for this celebration since the year 2007. But although absent, I still had my speech on the history of disasters of our town read to you by Vice Mayor Reddy Biliran. This is my small symbolic way of giving importance to and supporting a mayor who is a native of and have grown up in Naval. Kanang mayor nga lumad ug nagtubo dinhi sa Naval. We have accomplished much in the history and culture scene of Naval since Mayor Susan Padilla was voted into office in 2007. That year, we corrected the date of the founding of Naval Pueblo based on updated information from my research. We also returned the commemoration of the town fiesta from January to its original October schedule. A unique component of our celebrations that started in 2007 is the Chinelas Party on the evening of our fiesta, which has become a magnet of its own for people to join our affair. I must emphasize that by the time the late DILG Secretary Jesse Robredo popularized his Chinelas brand of leadership and governance under the Aquino administration in 2010, our Chinelas Party in Naval was already 4 years old. Naunahan nato silang tanan. Our Chinelas Party has replaced the annual Grand March to welcome the New Year at midnight every December 31. One non-native past leader suppressed that unifying cultural and democratic ritual years ago, and in the process also caused the demolition of our iconic Old Town Hall and Municipal Quadrangle on the place now occupied by the Naval Gymnasium. This can always be tried again for the Democratic Chinelas Party and its underlying protest message. But fortunately, our people will never run out of creative alternatives to subvert suppressive acts that are intended to divide and control us, mga lumad nga taga Naval. In 2008, I launched my third history book titled Late Summer Shadows, Essays on the History of Eastern Visayas here in Naval, as a component of the Pueblo Day and Naval Town Fiesta activities that year. This book includes a number of chapters I had researched and written that shed light on the history of our hometown. In 2010, we had a grandiose celebration to commemorate the 150th or sesquicentennial founding of Naval as Pueblo and Parish. Many of you still hold fond memories of the events of that year, which were documented and published in a hardcover edition of a commemorative book with limited circulation, but which has a digital edition that I think can still be accessed in the internet. In 2011, aspects of Naval's ancient history made it to primetime television, dramatized in the epic series titled Indio that was serialized by GMA7 TV channel over a period of several months, for which I served as history consultant. For some time, the Visayan words such as Ilaod and Ilaya, which are still place names in our town, as well as the making of galleon boats, which is on the seal of our municipality, were frequently mentioned in this historical fiction series. In the same year, I discovered the original petition papers for the creation of Naval Pueblo at the Philippine National Archives in Manila. I had the documents photocopied and after returning home to my Tacloban residence, I took time to flesh out the handwritten text in Spanish and have this translated to English and to Cebuano Binisaya. I read my Cebuano translation of the original petition document during my speech here in 2012. From this document, we can infer that Bagasombol, the old name of Naval that was handed to us by our forefathers, came from the abbreviated fusion of the names of Bagumbong and Dasombol, the two visitas or large villages that proposed the creation of a new pueblo separate from the mother town of Biliran, which would be named Naval when approved. Thus, Bagasombol was a transitional name that lasted about 3 years, from the signing of the petition in January 1857 until the erection of the Naval Parish on September 26, 1860, which completed the Pueblo creation process and which we celebrate today. I turned over a framed set of the photocopied petition document to Mayor Parilla in 2012, and I saw this hung on the display board of the old SB Hall in the municipal building. I hope the corresponding transcriptions of its Spanish text and its translations to English and Binisaya will be displayed beside this important document. Mayor Parilla will end her 3 terms as Naval Mayor next year. As a concluding project, I hope she will allocate some funds for a magazine-type publication that would include my speeches, papers, the Naval Pueblo petition, and other documents related to our Pueblo commemorations that came up during the 9 years of her administration. This publication will have an educational value for instilling pride of place and of heritage, and will be useful to our teachers and students at all levels of the academy here in Naval. Then they will have some ready reference materials at hand about the history and culture of our town. And this is something that can be handed down to the next and future generations of Navalenos. Salamat ug maayong buntag sa atong tanan.